Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to your Yin Yoga class. We are going to be using 2 blocks and a bolster, and also a towel or a blanket, anything that maybe you can roll up for when we're in a couple of poses, one being child's pose. And we're going to go ahead and get started, laying all the way down on your back, placing a bolster behind you, and then maybe even your block to act as a pillow if you need a little bit more space or length. And then go ahead, lay all the way down. Allow your heart to be lifted and the rest of your body start to melt down to your mat. Allowing that body to just open up, let go. Begin turning inward. We'll start with the body scan. Starting at the crown of your head. And then your eyes, eyebrows. Relaxing your eyebrows. The third eye. Space in between your eyebrows. Jaw. Removing the roof or your tongue from the roof of the mouth. Lips may pull apart. Shoulders melting down. Arms getting heavy. Hands relaxed. No tension in the palms or fingers. Belly moving with your breath. Hips melting down. Legs fully relaxed. Feet splayed out in a comfortable spot. Setting an intention here. It can be a phrase or just a positive word that resonates with you. And now start to pay attention to what your breath is doing. Are you breathing shallow into the chest? Or a little bit deeper into that belly? Without judgment, we're going to send the breath deeper, awakening the body. Breathing in through your nose, allowing the belly to expand and fill up. Sending the air up, up, up. Rib cage expands. New air into the chest, into the throat. You can't sip in any more air. Exhale out the nose. Allowing that belly to come back down to where it was when we started. Deep belly breathing. Getting your body in that parasympathetic nervous system state. Rest and digest. It's really quite amazing what we can do with our breath, how we can change our body, our heart rate, our mindset. It's a powerful tool. Starting to make those exhales a little bit longer. Just a few more breath cycles on your own, breathing in and out of the nose. Counting to 4 on that inhale. And then exhaling, counting to 6. Slowly removing the props underneath you. You can set them off to the side. Laying all the way back down. On an inhale, start to bend that right knee. Allow the leg to come out to the right, pulling around the rib cage and up. Breathing into the belly, into the back, the rib cage. You can feel it press against the mat as you lengthen that left side. If you'd like to circle out your right ankle, you can do that, doing circles in each direction. Exhale, you're going to use the left hand to draw that right leg across your body. Your back will start to twist. You can extend the right arm out all the way like a T, or go ahead and cactus your arm. Breathing into your belly here as you twist. Seeing if you can draw that right shoulder blade down. Next inhale, you're going to draw yourself back up to center. And then exhale, lower the right leg all the way down. Inhale, bend the left knee. Grab a hold of your knee or shin, and then allow that leg to open up out to the left. Pulling it around your rib cage and up toward your armpit. Lengthening the right side body, running through your toes. Breathing into the belly, maybe moving that left ankle. Exhale, you're going to use your right hand to draw the knee over to the right. Twisting on that left side. Left arm extends out. Maybe cactus the arm, bending the elbows, sending your hand, fingertips back to the mat. A few deep belly breaths here. Allowing that body to open up. And then maybe start to draw the shoulder blade down a little bit more, closer to the ground, if not touching the ground. Inhale, I'm going to start to come back to center. Exhale, lowering the left leg all the way down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Full body stretch, pointing through your toes. Exhale, hands down by your sides, bend the knees. We're going to come into figure four on that right side first. So right ankle on top of the left thigh, right toes pointing to the right knee. Using our hands on both legs to gently press them away. You should feel your spine getting longer, creating a little extra space in the lumbar spine. Tucking the chin back and then in, so not toward the chest, but not lifting either, just extending through the crown of the head. Slowly release your hands, start to reach around for the hamstrings on the left leg. That left foot will start to lift. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the legs in closer to your body as you keep that right knee active, pointing toward the front of the mat. Slowly lower that left foot back on your mat. And then you're going to cross the right leg over the left, like you're crossing your legs. And then allow both knees to fall open to the left. You can keep your arms wherever they are, or if you would like to cactus the arms, extend the arms out into a T, you can do that. If you want to place your left hand over the right thigh, help anchor your knees down a little bit more, you can do that. Maybe start to look over that right shoulder. Inhale, you're going to start to lift the knees high, uncross them, bring that right arm back. You can lift the hips, square them off to the front of the mat. Just get situated again here, and then we're going to do figure four on the left side. So left ankle to right thigh, left toes pointing to the left knee. We're going to create that space here on this side. So using your hands, you're going to gently press the legs away. Bring the chin in, lengthen through the whole spine. Slowly release. Now we're reaching for the right hamstrings. Right foot is going to come up. Exhale. Gently drawing the legs closer to you as you point the left knee away. Slowly release, coming down. You're going to cross that left leg over the right. Exhale, allow the knees to fall over to your right side, coming all the way down. A couple different variations with the arms. You can extend that left arm out as you wrap with your right hand, or you can bring your arms into cactus arms. Whatever feels good to you and allows you to keep breathing into that belly. Maybe looking over your left shoulder here. Trying to fully relax your right shoulder, especially if that hand is on top of the thigh. Letting go of any tension there. Good. Inhale, you're going to slowly come up and out, uncrossing the legs, bringing your arms back. You can lift the hips, send them toward the front of the mat again. And now we'll windshield wiper the legs to the left, to the right. Coming back to center, we're going to grab a block. On the lowest setting, you're going to lift your hips, place the block underneath your hips on your sacrum, and then grabbing your hands, grabbing the block with your hands, you're going to start to lift the right leg up, flexing the foot, and then start to lift that left leg up. So it's kind of like legs up the wall, but without the wall. If you don't want to hold the block, you don't have to. Maybe move your arms out into a T, flexing that left foot as well. Seeing if we can bring the legs a little bit closer to your body. Breathing into your belly still. You can close the eyes if that's more relaxing. Reverse blood flow here, really good to do. We're always on our feet. So switching it up is good. It's also good for the pelvic floor muscles, good for digestion. And now start to point into your toes and then flex. Pointing, flexing, maybe adding some circles, warming up the ankles here. Noticing what muscles move, what tendons and ligaments help move the foot, the ankle, all the little pieces that go into doing this movement. Keep moving those ankles. You may start to get a little tired here. It's a good thing. We're working those tiny little muscles in our feet and ankles. The ones that help stabilize us. And then coming back to that still position here, feet toward the ceiling, seeing if we can just open and stretch the toes and then bring them back together. Open the toes, pull them apart, and bring them back together. All right. Slowly, we're going to start to bend into the knees and then lower your feet. We're coming into bridge pose. Keep the block where it's at. Breathe into the belly here. And now slowly remove that block. Set it off to the side. Bring your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a little hug and rock side to side. Coming back to center. And seeing if you can just stay nice and still here. Breathing into the belly, moving those organs. Maybe lifting the head, bringing the chin to the chest. Get into a nice small ball, as small as you can. Exhale, extend everything out. Full body stretch on that inhale. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Go ahead and bend the knees, roll over to one side. Just take a moment here. And then when you're ready, we're going to press up into that seated position. Finding your easy seat, Sukhasana. Allowing the belly to fully relax here. Tucking that chin in a little bit, lengthening the spine. Hands to knees. Inhale, we're going to start to come forward. Shoulder blades squeeze back toward each other. Exhale around the spine. Chin goes to the chest. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, rounding it out. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, brings you back. Do one more. Good. Coming back to neutral. We're going to start to do some circles. We're trying to circle it out, moving the hips first. So we're not just rounding in the back and just moving the upper body. We really want to try to extend that shoulder to knee and then go around, other shoulder to knee and then back. Thinking of the hips moving first. Good, we'll do the other direction. You can start small at first and then start to make those circles a little bit bigger. Good, coming back to neutral. Inhale, you're going to reach the hands up, maybe grab a block. We normally don't use a block for this one, but we're going to switch it up today. Inhale, reach the fingertips high, rib cage pulling apart here, belly expanded. Exhale, hand to block, left arm up and over, or you can bring that forearm down to the block. Just a little extra support, and then trying to keep the chest lifted, sit bones rooted down into the mat. So we're not hunched over, rounding into the spine. We're lifting the heart. Trying to get the spine pretty straight here. Inhale, we're going to come up. Maybe grab that block. Exhale, other side. Good. Exhale, coming back to center. And now we're going to extend the legs out in front of us for seated forward fold. So you can use your block to go at the bottom of the feet. Inhale, lengthen. You're going to reach your arms up. Exhale, we're going to start to walk our hands down toward the ankles, the feet, the toes, the block. Reaching forward. Posterior stretch here all along the back, the glutes, the legs. And then allowing those shoulders to melt down. Staying with your intention, staying with your breath. Relaxing your neck. Maybe turning on the quads. Engaging in the legs to help open up and stretch the hamstrings. Inhale, we're going to start to slowly come up. And now start to bend that right knee. Bring the heel as close as you can into you. We're going to go in for a twist here. So lengthen the spine on the inhale. Reach the left arm up. And you've got two options. You can either grab the knee, just wrap your hand around it as you turn. And that right hand will go behind your back. And if you want a little bit more, you're going to inhale the left arm high. Exhale, twisting. That elbow comes outside the right knee. And the right hand comes down behind you. We're going to turn the belly button as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, head turns over the shoulder. That left leg is active. You can't see, but my left toes are pointing back to me. Breathing into your belly. Deep twist. Not easy to do if you just ate also. All right, slowly release. We're not going to hold that one too long. Bring the right leg down, give a little shake. See if you notice any differences in the sides. All right, let's do the other side. We're going to bend the left knee, bring the heel in. Go ahead and plant that left hand behind you to help you stabilize. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, going for the twist or just wrapping the knee. Either one is fine. Whatever feels good in your body today. Allowing the belly button to turn. Inhale, lengthen. Chest starts to turn a little bit more on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning the head. Right toes pulling back. Good. Exhale, slowly releasing. Left leg meets the right. Give a little shake. Now you're going to bend the right knee. Bring that foot to the inner portion of the thigh. And then extend the left leg out a little bit. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to turn the belly button as much as we can toward that left knee. And then walk it down. Trying to get the right hand to reach around the edge of the left foot. Also trying to hinge at the hips and not hunch in the back. So even if that means not folding over the leg very far, we're going to inhale, lengthen that spine. Hinging at the hips to lower instead of rounding. Inhale, lengthen. Hinge at the hips. Inhale, you're going to walk the hands in. And now we'll just swap out the legs. So the right leg goes out. Left foot comes inside the thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn the belly button as much as you can toward that right knee. And then walk the hands down on the exhale. Maybe left hand comes outside the right foot. Stretching the low back. Again, we're going to try to inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips to get you further down. Good. Inhale, we're going to slowly come up. All right, you guessed it. Next, we're coming into our full straddle. You can bring your bolster or blanket, block, whatever you need here to make it a little more comfortable because we will be here for a little bit of time. So heels are pressing into the ground. You're sitting on your sit bones, belly relaxed. Exhale, we're going to walk the hands out. So we're really going to give our body a chance to open up the adductors, inner thighs. So what we can do with our props is just help make it a little more comfortable. So if you've got blocks, you can set them on top of the bolster or just use your bolster depending on how thick it is. You're going to start to lean forward, and having that prop, whatever it is, kind of help sit you up a little. So just giving you that extra support. Really allowing the legs to do the work here. So we'll start here, and then I'll walk you through what we might just end up doing to get a little deeper. So maybe the chin is on the block or bolster or forehead or side of the head. All right, so on your next exhale, maybe pressing all the props further away from you, seeing if you can allow that chest to kind of sink down. You'll feel the pull more in the inner thighs the further you move your prop away. One more time, we're going to move it, or maybe completely just take the prop away. Walking the hands all the way out. Staying with your breath here, still breathing into the belly. As slow as you can. We're going to press up and then walk the hands back in. Nice work. It's not always an easy one to hold. Gently bringing those legs back together. Shaking it out. And then coming into your butterfly pose. The soles of the feet together. Knees wide. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, you're going to come up. Exhale, bump the feet away from you, coming into that diamond pose with your legs. And start to lean forward. Good. All right. And then from here, you're going to start to draw or move that left leg, left shin in front of you. And then see if you can place the right leg on top. So here we can use our blankets or props. You can bring, let's see, we'll need probably both. So something under that right foot as well as something under the right knee, just kind of help leverage those legs. So it's called fire log. Ideally, we're going to try to get the shins kind of stacked on each other, the toes pointing back to the knees. It's a very deep hip opener. So using the props however you can to help you if this is too much. So you can either bring a bolster or blanket under the knee or under the foot and then under the knee. So really, no matter who you are, this one's going to be intense. So the goal is just to breathe through it. When you feel this tightness and tension in the hips, you kind of automatically start to hold your breath, and that's doing the opposite of what we want to do. So acknowledging that there is some tension here, breathing into it, and noticing as you do that, tiny little muscles start to open up and give away, and you get a little deeper and deeper into the pose. So that's why in Yin Yoga, we hold the poses a little bit longer to allow our bodies that chance to let go. So we're sitting tall, we're on both sit bones, trying to stack those shins. And then if you're feeling like, okay, I'm opening up, I'm getting into this, see if you can walk your hands out. Just breathe. There's always a way to get deeper into a pose. That's why yoga is an ongoing journey. Just trying to be better than you were. You started to walk the hands in front of you, walk them back, sit tall, and gently start to undo the legs. So the left leg was on the bottom. Now we're going to switch it up. You can do a little side to side with the knees. All right, now we're preparing for the other side. So right leg, you're going to bring that leg at about a 90-degree angle, like an L. Toes pointing to the knee. And then trying to stack the left leg. So left foot, ankle on the right leg. And that left knee will go over the right ankle, ideally. You can use the props. You'll notice one side is always going to be a little different than the other. So props can help make it feel a little more comfortable, or can even help get you into the pose a little deeper. So maybe you play around with having the props out for a little bit in the beginning as your body kind of opens up and gets used to this, and then removing one or both and seeing where you're at now. Maybe walking the hands out or just staying where you're at. It's all about kind of playing around, seeing what feels okay. Maybe you walk the hands out and you think, nope, it's not for me. Bring it back. No judgment, no attachment. All right, we're going to slowly walk your hands back in and then start to move those legs. Removing the left from the top. Planting the feet down, bending the knees. You can just shift the knees side to side, or bringing the hands behind your back, allowing you to get a little deeper into the side to side here. All right, good work. That one is not an easy one. We're going to come into child's pose next. A couple of variations here. Big toes touching, knees wide. You can bring the bolster in front of you so you can kind of lay down on it. If you need, you can roll your towel or blanket up, place it behind your knees, and then sit back on it to keep those hips a little more elevated. Or if child's pose is not comfortable at all, you can keep your hips high, walk your arms out down to the forearms, maybe still laying on that bolster with the chest, coming into a puppy pose. So go ahead and take what feels best for you. Just trying to relax the head wherever you are. Coming back to that intention. When you're ready, inhale, we're going to come into our tabletop. Hands stacked over the knees, or sorry, shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees. We're going to start to shift the hips side to side. And then start to come forward, opening up the hip flexors, and then pressing the hips back, rounding into the spine. And now coming back to our neutral tabletop, we're going to do cat-cows. So inhale, belly drops, gaze and tailbone lift. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drops, gaze and tailbone lift. Exhale, round it out. Just doing this with your own breath. And then maybe doing the hip circles again or anything else that your body needs. And when you're done, feeling pretty good there, you're going to lay all the way down on your belly. We're going to keep those hands under the shoulders, elbows pointing back to the heels. Relax the chin on the ground. Inhale, you're going to come up. Baby cobra, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe lifting the hands. Unclench the glutes if they're fired up. We're just going to work the back muscles here. Exhale, come down. Next, inhale. We're coming into full cobra. Little bend in the elbows. If it pinches the low back, you can bend more. Gonna look over that right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, pressing back, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. We're going to tuck our toes, coming into that toe pose, getting into the feet here, really good for the feet. Walking your hands back, so all of the toes are tucked, even those little baby ones. You may have to help them. You can leave your hands on the mat or bring them to the lap. Maybe circle out the wrists if you have your hands free. I like to shift the weight a little bit side to side. You don't have to, you can stay still. Maybe rolling the shoulders up toward the ears and then down. Other direction. Breathing into the belly. Just a couple more moments here. All right, nice work. Coming forward, we can tap the feet out. All right, let's grab our blocks. We're gonna place them underneath the hands. We're gonna get into the hips here. Again, getting into the hips a lot today. So we're gonna keep the left knee bent. Extend your right leg out. Hands are on the blocks. You can do any level, the highest or the lowest, medium setting, whatever you want to do. And then you're going to start to pull the hips back and then bring them forward. So sending the hips back and forward. And now coming into that neutral position, you're going to walk your left hand over so it's in line with the left knee. You can use the block here, you don't have to. And then inhale, we're going to extend the right arm up and over. And then start to send the hips forward. Checking in with the edge of the right foot. So still putting weight into that foot. Hips are coming forward and we're breathing. Good. Now we're going to inhale, come high, lifting the left hand up. Right arm will go down the leg. Send the hips forward. Good. Slowly going to lower that left hand and right hand back down and then come out of this. So bring your right knee in. We're going to now bend the knee, stay on that one, and then extend the left leg out. Hands are on the blocks, and then you're just going to shift the hips back and forth. So getting into the hips and the adductors here. Okay, we're going to bring the right hand over in line with the left knee. Reach your left arm up and over, and then send the hips forward. Putting weight into the edge of the left foot. Breathing here. Good. Inhale, you're going to come up. Lift the right hand up. Left arm goes down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. And again, we're going to think of lifting those hips, pulling them forward, lengthening the right side, breathing into the belly. Good. Bringing your hands down, we're going to bring that left leg in and then start to turn on the mat again for your tabletop. We're going to get into the thoracic spine by doing thread the needle. So on an inhale, you're going to reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle coming onto that shoulder, side of the head meets the mat, sending the hips over to the right. Breathing here, maybe bringing that left arm out in front of you or wrapping behind your low back. If you have the wrap behind the low back, we're really thinking of turning the chest, lifting the heart toward the ceiling, and then we're pressing into that right arm. Bring the left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, place it down. Good. Other side. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle coming on to the left shoulder, sending the hips to the left. Bringing the right arm in front of you or wrapping it behind the low back. Turning the chest, but keeping those hips stable here. Again, setting them a little to the left. Pressing into the left arm if you're wrapping behind the low back. Inhale, you're going to bring the right hand back. Left arm up. Exhale, place it down. Good. Laying down on your mat. We're going to find our happy baby. So putting a bend in the knees. You can grab the hamstrings, calves, ankles, edges of the feet, or the big toes. Rocking side to side. Slowly release. Coming into recline butterfly, soles of the feet together. Knees wide. If you want to use your blocks, you can place them underneath the knees for some extra support. Otherwise, left hand over heart, right hand over belly. Final pose before Shavasana. So just really allowing everything to open up. Got into the hips in every single direction pretty much today. One last final release. If you'd like to stay here for the remainder of class, you can. Otherwise, bring those fingers to the thighs. Gently bring the legs back together. Doing anything else you need before lowering down into your Shavasana. Full relaxation pose. Letting go of the breath and just being here. Slowly coming back to your breath, back to your body. Moving fingers and toes. Full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead. Bending the knees. Rolling over to one side, just pausing here, sending yourself some gratitude for making time for yoga today. When you're ready, taking your time, pressing up to that seated position, hands to heart center, eyes closed. Cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose and then sighing out the mouth, letting everything go. Namaste.